Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. This is Serona Rose, and I am here to give you your astro update. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of movements that have happened. There's a lot of intense energy that is going on. And like I've stated in my past shows, the July is going to be intense, but it's going to be about growing too. And we're going to have to understand the importance of step by step, the process. We are going to have to be happy and learn from the process. We can't go from the beginning to the end overnight. This is something that we are going to have to grow through. So, without further ado, let's get on to what messages our celestial bodies are saying to us. Now, see, on the 15th, we start out with Chiron in Aries going retrograde, and he will be retrograde from July the 15th through December the 19th of 2021. Now, in Aries, he is at 13 degrees, so this is almost like, if you don't know who Chiron is the wounded healer. And Chiron he can heal everyone but himself. And in Aries, which is about I am, he is a retrograde. Now, this is when, he appears to be going backwards in the sky. So he's having to go back over some energy that he has already went through. So here we are giving ourselves the okay to take a moment and to pull back a little bit. There is all kinds of intense energy that's happening in our world. I don't think there is a country that is not affected at this time. There's upheavals going on. There's all kinds of stuff that's going on. And here, this is giving us an opportunity that is saying that you need to believe in yourself. Give yourself permission to heal and be happy. This is, Chiron can sometimes take us back to a childhood, maybe a childhood trauma. But this is something that keeps coming up in your life that you just really haven't dealt with yet. For some people, I'm feeling that. For some people, I feel this is wanting to something that you've pushed off in the back burner for a while, that this is something that you want to you're considering doing now. This is saying take a chance on yourself, take that leap of faith. Remember, we are spiritual beings, and we are having a physical experience, and that's it. We're having an experience. And experiences are not always good. Sometimes they're, we don't really care for them that much. But it offers us great learning, and it offers us a moment to really tap into our inner strength, to really, find out who we really are, right? And we have to recognize the different spiritual aspects within ourselves as well. We always like to think that our egos are bad, and our egos aren't exactly bad. I mean, we can operate with them in the negative because we're seeing that a lot. But without our egos, we wouldn't be in the pursuit of consciousness, right? Of evolution, of going forward, of growing. And in this growing, we have to understand there is a process, and we have to acknowledge and, honor every step of that journey, because it's teaching us something. We have to stop staying on the surface of things, because in our world right now, we're really having to um, read or hear what's not being said, read between the lines. And we have also this weekend, this actually today, we have the sun and opposite Pluto. And this is some major energy, because this is, Pluto, he's the lord of the underworld, right? So, he is really jumping in the way of the sun. He's saying, you know what? You got to deal with me first. So, in that, now, Pluto is not a bad. I really love Pluto. I love Pluto energy. I appreciate it. I really can appreciate the message that he gives us. This is like a major, what this feeling is, that sun opposite, opposing Pluto. This is saying that there's a major task going on. There's something major going on. But first, this. And that's what Pluto says. It's like, I know that you're wanting to do this. I know that you're wanting to go on and do this. But first, this. Pluto, he destroys in order to create. And that's what he is trying to do. He is trying to take away that is the old, because we're in a transition. The year, 2020, the 20s is, this is harmonic. 2 is about a harmonic balance, okay? And this is very important for this time because of the other aspects that are going on. So we see here that, sure, we can, one of the biggest things that's going on in our world right now is fear. And if you look everywhere, I mean, it's absolutely everywhere. And I'm not saying don't take precautions. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying don't take precautions. We take precautions every day. When we get in our cars to drive, we put on our seatbelt, right? When we pull out in the road, we make sure there's no other cars coming. And all of us, when we get in our vehicles, we know that we're taking a chance, and we understand that, we could be in a car accident that day. But we take precautions in order to avoid it. But right now, there's this huge energy of fear that's blanketing these different countries, and it's doing so in different ways. And what it's doing is it is being used to manipulate. Okay? Manipulate, because when one is living in fear, one cannot make the best decisions for them and their family. You're not operating, what is it? Is it Einstein said that you can't solve a problem from the same energy that created it? And this is where we're going to have to go. Everybody talks about get back to normal, get back to normal. Well, in reality, there's no getting back to that, because that's already come and gone. And right now we're in this world to where the media, on all sides, there is conspiracy, there is lies, there is manipulation, and the biggest factor is fear of everything that is going on in our world right now. It is just remarkable of how this manipulation is taking place. And we're going to have to deal. Pluto is saying, you know what? But first this. we can't give in to fear. Humanity is here in the third dimension. We're here to experience life, and that is what we're supposed to do. We are supposed to have a human experience. There's just so much beauty in this world. There really is. And, if we would just, stop allowing ourselves to be manipulated and understand that, we can trust in ourselves. We can take back our power, and we can do things ourselves. Okay? Fear, when someone is trying to cause fear, it's because they're trying to control a situation. So we have to be very careful of that, because control is a big thing. And Pluto is in Capricorn right now, which is the governments and all of these political organizations. It's about government. It's about the top dog. It's the iron fist of the law. So we have to understand that concept. That's why you have to read in between the lines. So anyway, we just have to find that middle ground and find our similarities, and just see beyond those illusions. So we have the biggest part of fear is the unknown. And when we are looking into the unknown, when we don't know, we can't see, we can get a little scared. And even if you're reading cards, even if you're having your tarot cards read, or you're getting an oracle reading, whatever, understand that the future is not written in stone. And there's always a chance that you can take a turn and avoid. You can avoid things. Pluto, the Lord of the underworld, he teaches us to truly value life, because he shows you the path, I should say. He shows us the path of betterment. And in that, this path of betterment is about surrendering. Ooh. When we become too attached to things that, we feel like that is our identity, like I am my job, I am my job, it defines me. The kind of car that I drive defines me. That does not define you. That's not a part of who you are. Pluto in the underworld, we are stripped away from things that are the material things, that are the things that come and go, the things that we think makes us who we are. When Inanna went through the underworld, and she went through the 7 gates, at every gate she had to give something, because if you wanted to walk through every gate, there was payment. So she took off all the things through these, and I'm not going to go through her whole myth, but she took off all of the stuff that she thought made her, that she thought made the people love her. And as she stayed in the underworld and she was hanging in the underworld, she realized the beauty of life. She realized how precious taking a breath is. How waking up and seeing the sunshine and going to bed and watching the sun go down, those simple things, being with the people that you love, being with your friends and being with your tribe and having that. She understood a lot, and she learned great value. She was able to value life and have that reverence for life like no other, because she knew what it was like to lose all of that. So I feel that what we're seeing right now is just that. The United States is at its Pluto, what is it? It's in the same area it was in 1776. Return. There you go. Return. Pluto is, America's having its Pluto return. And in that, that's a shakeup. That's okay. Well, we need to reassess some stuff. We need to get rid of a lot of things that are just no longer needed. Greed is an ugly, ugly monster, and it can really destroy good people. And to acknowledge that, we begin making those steps. We have to. It would behoove us to understand that we're here and we're together. And how can we work to make this better for our future, our children, our children's children? What can we do? Now, this is happening. The opposite of this is of Aquarius. Now, Uranus is the planet of Aquarius, and Uranus is in Taurus. So that's shakeup right there too. That's a big shakeup. We have, we're going through Saturn square Uranus, and we have Saturn, which is conservative, that's squaring Uranus, which is radical. And this is all year. This is all year going on. This is a radical movement because it's saying that when it rises up like this, the balance has been gone. And it's time to temper. It's time to calm. We want to move to a greater society. We want to step up. We want some harmonic balance. So we have to do those things that would be of the best interest for humans, not just, I'm talking about everyone. Now, one wonderful thing that we have here is Venus and Mars that is, going back and forth. They are conjunct in Leo. This is wonderful, wonderful energy. They're going to be in between 18 degrees and 21, 22 degrees of Leo. And this is some really, really good energy here. This is the masculine and the feminine coming together to work together in harmony. When these two come together, when the masculine and the feminine come together, new worlds are created. New creations are happening. And maybe that's why I'm feeling creative. Is anybody else feeling creative? I just want to make all kinds of things right now. And I want to do things and have these and just go experience and explore life. And this is what it's telling us, is to remember why we're here. We're not here to live in fear. We can use precaution. Yes, understand what precaution is versus fear. And those are two very important things that we need to remember. We need to remember our sovereignty as well. We need to give ourselves permission to take a leap of faith on ourselves, to trust in us, to trust in what we have to offer. And this is just, I mean, you can look at the planets and see this. Everyone is saying all sorts of things that just, it's so intense. It's so, this energy, wow, does everybody seeing what's going on? Yeah, everybody's seeing what's going on. Now, another big movement here, we have Venus and Mars, and it's quincunx Neptune and Pluto. And this is forming the finger of Yod, the finger of God. So this is pointing, right? It's like it's time. This is, Neptune is infinite spirit. You have the Lord of the underworld, Pluto. You have Venus, which is the divine feminine. You have Mars, which is the divine masculine. So this is destiny, infinite spirit, and saying we gotta go. So we have this behind us. We have this Pluto of, we can rebuild, we can restructure and make solid. We have our infinite spirit here. We know that we can create this. And Mars is, slicing his sword through the air, he's slicing through any veils, through any red tape, the BS. This is some powerful energy that is shooting us forward. And this is focused. That's why we keep hearing all the time, focus, focus, focus. We really need to focus on that. We have to cut through all of the craziness, all of the barriers and all of the different types of illusions that are being thrown up into our face every single day in order for us to fight among ourselves. We have to step up. And that requires everyone working together as a team and everyone wanting to go in the same way. So, what is it you want? What is it do you value? This is the questions that have been coming up. Cancer and Leo energies. This is major. It's about what's authentic. What is true. And I do feel that this is going to, it's all an adjustment. It's taking time, and it won't happen overnight. It's an adjustment period. And, there's world changes happening, but it is becoming clearer. Things are clearing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's being found out right now that just no one knew anything about. There's a lot of stuff that's coming forward that is grabbing our attention and trying to put us over here while other stuff is going on. And we really have to pay attention, listen to our intuition. We need to combine our souls, our heart, and our mind. I've been studying a lot on the energy of the heart and how important the heart is. To me, when I look when I think of the work that I'm doing, I think of Mars, the mind, I think of Venus, the heart, and I think of this working together and learning that, you know, this can be balanced. This can be balanced. Our heart is more important. Our heart has more energy. If you have been looking at my posts that I have been making, it has been referring to this, to the heart energy. There is a lot to learn about that, and I want to do a different video on that because it's going to be more in depth. So we really need to concentrate on lining up the mind and the heart and the spirit. Let's keep those in alignment. Let's listen to our intuition. Let's listen to ourselves. Let's remember that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And let's not forget our spiritual aspect. Let's not forget that. So that is all I want to talk to you about tonight. There's the moon was void today from 6:11 a.m. to 2:38 p.m. Eastern time, and it is moving from Libra to Scorpio. So now, as I am recording that, the moon is in Scorpio, which is about secrets. It's about the unknown. Scorpio's planet is Pluto. So now the sun is opposing Pluto, and then you have the moon entering Scorpio. So this is touching on our emotions again. So yeah, that is it. Just take care of yourself, ground. Make sure that, you know, you are grounding yourself. If you need to walk around, walk around. There's several stones you can use for grounding. One of the stones that I have been loving is Pitcher Jasper. I did a blog about that. It is absolutely beautiful stone. You need to go check that out. I do have links for that. I will include them in the description. And yeah, take care of you. It's okay to take care of you. Take a deep breath and let's stop being manipulated by people who do not have our best interest in mind. I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend and stay safe.